Hey, what's going on everyone? Reid here with PTPGun, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Springfield Hellcat 9mm semi-automatic handgun. So a few months ago I picked up the Springfield Hellcat from J&J Firearms in Mechanicsville, and I can tell you right now I'm a big fan of this. A few things that I really like is the size of it. Right, it's compact, it works great for concealed carry. It is my secondary gun when I carry because I can easily conceal it, and the grip of it. Right, so it almost already has a stippling grip that comes with it that was factory standard. And every time you go pick this gun up, it just feels comfortable in your hand, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. One thing I really like is when you go to grip it, right, because you keep your pointer finger straight and off the trigger, it actually has a little stippling right here for your finger to already mark on, right? So every time I grab it, I already have a comfortable spot that my finger goes with this gun. Some other things that I like is with the top of the slide, instead of doing a press check to verify that you have a round in the chamber, Springfield has a cutout, if you can see that, in the top of the slide, that is a peep sight to see that there's a round in the chamber or there's not a round in the chamber. So that way it's already a step out of the way that you don't have to press check your gun every time. You get to grab this, look down, and that is your press check. You just visualize if there's a round in the chamber. Now this is chambered in 9mm, and if you live in a liberal state like Maryland, you can only get 10 rounds for this. But if you go out of the state like I did and you get a 13-round magazine, it's going to be the world of difference with this gun because it gives you a little bit of an extended grip. So when you go to grip it, right, if I have that extended mag, it gives me room for my hand to fit comfortably on this. To where if it was a 10-round magazine, it would fit flush. And then as you can see, I don't have room for my pinky, right? So the 13-round magazine, should be standard issue with this, and I think it is. But if you live in Maryland, however, you're not going to get the 13-round magazine. You have to go to a different state to go actually purchase the extended or over the 10-round magazine. But I definitely recommend that you get the extended magazine with it. Whether it be 11 or 13, it depends on what you're going to be comfortable with, right? So I have the 13-round magazine, and I like that better than the 11-round because it's more grip that adds to the gun itself. So one thing I want to pick away from this gun that I'm not a big fan of that they came standard issue is going to be the sights. So it is the American Pro Glow Tritium luminescent front sight as well as the white outline U rear sight, right? Which is great and all. I love night sights, I love glow sights or glow in the dark sights or whatever, strictly for night use. However, if I only have a front sight post that is illuminated in the dark and I don't have a rear sight or a rear sight that doesn't illuminate in the dark, it's kind of pointless to get my sight alignment if I can't see both my front sight and my rear sight. So that's one thing I do have to pick from. I'm obviously going to change this out, but I kept everything factory stock on this. That's the only thing I have to pick away from this gun is the sights. I kept everything factory standard with this just for this review. However, going back to this gun, everyone thinks it's a compact gun, it's Springfield, which makes great guns first off, but they actually put this gun through the test. So there's a bunch of people that took this gun, kept it factory stocked, and ran 10,000 rounds through it. And I think after every 1,500 rounds, they would stop, cool it down, lubricate it, do a field strip, kind of lubricate all the parts, put it back together. And after 5 minutes of that, they would keep doing cycles of 1,500 rounds till they got to 10,000. And this gun worked flawlessly, right? They had no issues, no failures, no mechanical breakage, anything like that. So once they got to 10,000 rounds, they thought, what's another 10,000 rounds? So they ran 20,000 rounds through this gun in a 10-hour period, right? And same thing, they did 5-minute cool downs, they did field strip to lubricate all the parts, and again, this gun performed to the test, right? There's no failures, no mechanical breakage with this gun, 20,000 rounds out of the factory, shot every shot, and worked flawlessly. So that right there, I love people that go out and get guns and test them, right? Because all I have to do is look at the test, see what they did, see how the gun performed, and then I don't have to waste my time, resources, or money to do my own test, because there's people out there that have way more resources than I do and way more money for ammunition than I do to put these guns through the test and then review and blog about it for people like me to see, to go buy, right? So if it's good enough to go through that test, 20,000 rounds, you know, with no failures, I can shoot a few thousand rounds and not have to worry about failures. The fact that they got to 20,000 rounds and were completely fine. Now, every gun is, as you know, is personality. Every gun's different. Whether I take the exact same one of this, a Springfield Hellcat, and get another one, there's going to be something very, very little different about each gun, right? So each gun has its own personality, is what I believe. So you might have a mechanical failure within 20,000 rounds of a different gun that's still a Springfield Hellcat. I'm not saying all guns aren't going to fail, right? But if you get the standard issue factory one from Springfield, majority of the time they're not going to fail, right? It's a freak thing with mechanical failures and whatnot, and it does happen, right? So I'm not saying you can't go get this gun and put 20,000 rounds on it and think it's going to be fine. And I'm not taking away from their test either. All I'm saying is that was one gun. I'm not knocking them or anything, but doesn't mean it's going to happen for every Springfield Hellcat. And that's every gun out there that goes through the test. It's the same way.